Hello everybody, Modern Pioneer, and thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to be putting up another low-cost Wayfair greenhouse, and we're going to do so in order to protect this boat and just have a little extra storage. So if you want to turn something like this into something like this. So if you're interested, stay tuned. This is going to be a short video. Let's get to it. Alright, so what I ended up doing was laying out all the pieces around it as it is going to go together. So then I didn't really have to struggle too much just doing it by myself. But if you do have an extra set of hands, I'd definitely recommend hiring them or just, you know, getting them to help you, because just a simple person to stand there and hold something would be helpful. So this is the 10 by 20 hoop greenhouse. I'm pretty pleased with it for being so cheap. So my thought was, you know, to just really just get my equipment boat out of the rain, just, you know, to maintain it. What I'm going to do is, because, you know, what's going to happen is branches or whatever are going to fall on this. And so as tears get in it and everything, I'm just going to take some sheet metal screws, and I've got this leftover metal over here, and I'll just put it over there and kind of make like a little carport, something that'll be a little more sturdy, hopefully. But I'm not doing that in this video, and that'll be hopefully sometime down the road. You know, hopefully that tarp does last a while and I don't have to do it. So for right now, I've got it all together. I tightened all the bolts. That was the last thing I did. I put these ground anchors in here. Can you see them? Right there. So those things just have like a little spade on the end, and I drilled them down in there, super easy, 12 inches down, and then they have an eye bolt that went on the top. So then I'm just going to take a little bit of like metal strap and tighten that on there. So now I'm gonna wrap it up and let's finish this project. Here we have it. So that was pretty simple, no issues. Let me give you a walk around. So the instructions said they recommended you digging a trench, and if you watch my other video of how I did that hoop one over there, I did dig a trench. But for this one, I don't care. I think the concern there is that it would be blown away, so I get that, but at the same time, you know, I anchored it down. I'm not too worried about this one, but you know, hey, stay tuned, subscribe, like. Maybe my next video will be like, oh my gosh, don't do this. But for now, here it is. Another consideration, with it being a greenhouse, I do expect condensation to occur inside there. If I were to not do anything, I think it would become an issue. But I intend to open all the little flaps on the side and then open the front doors. So that's how I intend to deal with that. At the bottoms, so if you don't trench out this, it says you could like place some rocks or wood on the base of the flaps, and that'll help. But what you can see is for this one, what I did is I just tucked them underneath, and I did that all the way around. And now what I did for my anchors is I just had some of this clamping wire, and then I just put it around the frame, and then just loosely just put a stainless steel bolt through the anchor. She ain't going nowhere. And then I secured all the others. So all in all, I'm pretty pleased with it. It took me about 2 hours, I'd say, to do this by myself. If you had some help, you could easily get that time down to, I don't know, hour and a half. All right, whatever. I am late to upload this video, so not only did I just want to wrap it up, but I also want to capture the change of seasons that we are currently in. When I set this thing up, it was about January, and now it is September. So this thing has stood the test so far. And the only thing, I guess, is when I rolled up the door on the front, the sunlight made these straps deteriorate. So they fell. What I'm going to do is use a like a clamp, like a paper clamp, roll this up, and that's how I'll keep it up, you know, moving forward. Also, here at the top, I did put a little bit of this roofing material here. I just used some sheet screws and tied that into the frame because I was having some water collection issues there. You can see here on the opposing side, right here, this fabric creates a low spot there, and so if the water doesn't shed properly, it begins to just get collected there when it becomes an issue. So this thing is very cheaply made. It is structurally sound if you add some support and if you watch it closely, like through inclement weather, snow or rain. So just keep that in mind if you do want to go through this. It has kept my boat relatively clean throughout the season. I do like that. It's not collecting any sun damage. I like that. You can see we turned this area into like a miscellaneous collection area for kid toys. So hey, that's a bonus. I used whatever bricks I had lying around to help hold the tarp down, because just propping the tarp fabric underneath the frame did not hold when it came to strong weather. I have the flaps open, so it really helps mitigate humidity in there. I can't really think of anything else to add to this video. We've had a busy summer. Got a bunch of rabbits were growing out, quails. We switched to jumbo quail this year. It's been huge. A lot going on in the treehouse, so shoot, man. At least I can close this project out. Well, guys, all in all, I would recommend this product if you're really looking for a cheap solution, temporary solution to store any of your property moving forward. Check it out. I hope you got something out of this video, and if you did, like, subscribe, and be safe out there. We're gonna go play in the sand. What do you think, Bob? Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. Be safe.